Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell you something. I'm sitting back here just watching this whole thing. We do our lives and stuff at night. Everyone knows I do my boxing stuff during the day. In the evening, we come together with the ladies and we have our live and we do the call-ins. And I'm going to tell you something. The more Claressa Shields, the more she antagonizes Remy and doesn't focus on being the boxer that she is, the piece of American sporting history, the two-time Olympic gold medalist, right? Because she's totally set that aside. But the more she antagonizes Remy and says things about Remy and tries to put Remy in some kind of bad space when it comes to Remy's fans and observers, the more I'm realizing the more people love and support Remy. The more she's out here blowing up, the more she's up and away. So I just don't understand why Claressa doesn't realize it's time for her to leave this woman alone. You know what I mean? Focus on you and Papoose. If you go on an interview, don't say nothing about Remy. It ain't about her. They're talking to you. Don't bring up Remy's name, man, because the more you antagonize this woman, the more people love and support her. And you even got a guy like me who doesn't watch none of this shit, kind of paying a little bit of attention now, because I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I've been doing these calls since about August, September of last year. But I'm going to tell you what, Claressa looking crazy out here. But I finally, matter of fact, I haven't even watched it. I'm going to watch it right now and play it with y'all because I keep hearing the ladies talk about it. So now I'm going to play it. This will be my first time ever listening to this. Check this out.
Can't nobody tell me I'm for shit and make me feel some type of way? Are you crazy? Can't nobody tell me, oh, you fumbled it. It's so funny watching people like, you had a good husband. He's only had one wife. The only person that can tell y'all if he's a good husband or not. And when he was, I told y'all that. I told y'all. When shit was cool, when shit was all right, when it was what I thought it was, I just kept it a being. When it's not, when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. I dealt with it. I ain't never met a bitch. I've been waiting for somebody to just use a little bit of common sense. I ain't never met a female who has a perfect dude that takes care of her, helps her financially, emotionally, physically, is there for you, treats you like this wonderful thing, right? And you just say, you know what? I don't care. Fuck this whole shit. Who does that? Nobody. Oh, everyone looks so much happier now. Girl, man, don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. The fuck? I literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. And I haven't even been dragging them. Bad enough, you got my daughter's mom out here looking crazy because you refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see. I seen one of these. She was like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework. No. Well, why she out at me? Because you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image and what people think. I needed that. I was being told, You want me out? You want me out? Call police. Call police. Call your brother. Call your brother. Like, what? I'm not calling nobody. I'm not calling nobody over here to try to get them. First of all, the people telling me to call, they got love for you. They look at you as family. Jason Lee, what? Nah. I'm tired of anybody that I sit next to. Oh, that's her new boyfriend. Oh, she's on boyfriend number 4. How the fuck I'm gonna have a boyfriend where I have a lawyer? I have a lawyer. She has been retained since last year. Because the original plan was like, you know what? You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. We said we was going to raise our daughter a certain way, and we going to figure out how to live in the same house and whatever. But then motherfuckers felt like they can control what I do, but do whatever they want to do. When niggas tried to do, when it came to my event and make a fucking scene, if y'all really look back, this didn't come from me. I'm not pushed, Jason. I'm not pushed to the edge. I'm sitting on my couch, waiting for the laundry people that come and pick up the laundry and wash it and fold it and bring it back. Waiting for them to come, and waiting for the pool people to come clean the pool because I'm letting the girls have a pool party for Memorial Weekend. I'm cool. I'm a mother. I'm with my daughter all the time. I don't just pick her up once a month, if that, and then run to social media and post it to make it seem like I'm the parent of the year. I've seen my daughter more than 3 times this year. I see her every day. She's here. Nobody's taking my phone. She's here. Okay? I'm not, and let's be clear, nobody's scared of nobody. All of that tough talk, nobody, all that tells me that I'm coming at you way different than I come at anybody else. Like, nobody, there should be no ill feelings at all. Especially in my advice. My advice was like, hey, if you move on with somebody and that person wants to be with you and y'all planning a family together and all that, you can't come and talk crazy to me. How? Your future kid possibly is going to be related to my kid. What you doing? Stop. You understand what I'm saying? There's no ill feelings on either side. And I'm not emotional. I'm not. I'm very calm. And when I call him, I'm like, yo, why don't you do this and this? And we don't got to be like this. Bad enough, one day, my daughter's going to get older because my son is already grown. All of our other kids, I don't even know if they're my kids anymore because, all of our other kids, they're grown. They're the same age as your girl. They're the same age. DJ was born in 95. She was born in 96. So I know how to deal with people of this age. You understand? Like, I'll be like, damn, like, call me. Like, if you ever really want to have a hard talk, I'm not even going to bash nobody. I'll tell you the truth. Somebody said, first of all, it's not about loving somebody, hating somebody, giving somebody, niggas got clout because of you. Listen, I know what I needed to do. There was no way. It's my house because I paid for it. All 1 million, 0.3, whatever it was, I paid in cash with my name on it only. So yes, you understand? And if you're the one, I take care of the kid, I take care of it. So I stay here. You go, you move over here. You moved on, great. I'm trying to understand what's the holdup. What's the holdup? Who's holding what up? I had my lawyer call, like, yo, we sent them the email, right? Yes. He gave his lawyer information? Yeah, you got it. You called him, right? What did she say? She said he hasn't retained her yet. If you don't go pay that lady, I said, okay, maybe it's not there. Maybe, hey, guess what? It could save both of us some money. We don't gotta have all our business out there. We don't have to do all of these things. I paid my lawyer already. Let's get a mediator. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. I'm not asking for child support, spousal support. I don't want no cars. I don't want no crib. I don't want nothing. I'm not giving nobody anything that there's neither. I'm lying. I did ask for my jury. I'm missing some jury. I'm missing some jury. I've been asking for my jury back for a long time. For a long time. Oh, you play with police? You went to the police? I went to the police and filed a complaint about my missing jury that I have insurance on. Like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Or you could just give it to me and then that'll be the end of that. Because when I asked, I said, like, yo, babe, like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Basically, I'm literally just saying, hey, that's it. It doesn't have to be nothing. It don't got to be nothing. I literally let people say that, oh, infidelity ain't have nothing to do with our breakup. You know that. You know that. Because guess what? I'm such a real one. I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home and I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. But what I don't like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm chilling. Well, I know he's telling you over there, right? Who called who babe? No. Nobody called nobody babe. Be clear. When did I say babe? Y'all don't even start on that. Basically, that's what I said. But y'all didn't know about the fights that I had to fight baby mothers on Thanksgiving, right? In niggas' houses. Y'all don't know about, because I'm not no corny ass bitch. That's why. Oh, she's this. She's a narcissist. She's a cheater. She's a this. You saying he not bringing nothing to the net, but he's sitting there allowing someone else to bring it to the net. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. I have a problem with that. I'm trying to be amicable, and do mediation, do this. Now I don't care. Like, haven't cared. I don't care. Like, there's always going to be some type of, I try to maintain some decorum, some level of respect. Like, how am I refusing to anything? I can literally, right here, call my lawyer right now. Right now. How am I refusing to sign something? You don't even got a lawyer and retainer. Oh, I just called my lawyer. I got a meeting with her on Saturday. What do y'all meeting for? Can I be there? And we can just have everything done? Mariah Lynn, shut the fuck up, you the realist. Shut up, because you be doing mad little oppie shit too. Don't start with me today. Yeah, you just caught a stray. The fuck? Like, what y'all talking about? Y'all talking about, y'all keep talking. I don't mess with people. I'm not going to be with anybody because of what they have. I like people because of how they treat me. Okay? And if I'm with somebody, they treat me great. Y'all don't know what a downgrade is. A downgrade. Why? Because somebody not on who y'all think. Because I know bitches that fuck with niggas that's billionaires. And the nigga won't buy him a cup of soup. Okay? So be careful what a downgrade is. And even if the money shit, like, you can only, when people talk about how much money they got and how rich they are, and this, I just be laughing. You can only fool broke people to think that you got more money than what you have. Because people who really got it be looking at you like, stop. Like, please. Just stop. Like, just stop. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, no, nobody's realer than me. Like, nobody. Even this right here. I'm looking, what is this? 4,300 people here. Because y'all want to hear what's going, like, this is not, shouldn't even have to be here. I literally was with the same person from when I was in my 20s, 24, met them. I'm not going to say the second that I met them, like, that's what, but 25, 26, absolutely. I got married when I was 27 years old. Okay? If anybody ran into niggas the other day when they were sad, it was because it was my anniversary. And I was trying to get things out. I literally like, yo, could we not go into another year of this? Could you just... And it has nothing to do... Anybody's like, you could just... I can just go and be like, here. But you know what that is? Addresses become public information. Certain issues and shit that happens that becomes public information. Why? Like, I never thought in a million years, like, yo, all right, cool. Let's just say we do not be together one day. You the whole...
Yo, let me tell you something, man.
Ops?
Yo, so this is my first time ever listening to this. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm sitting here tripping right now because it's the situation. I understand why the women are so agitated now. Because you're sitting there, you're breathing, and then you got Claressa Shields for the same reason that Remy became agitated, initially. Claressa continues to do the same thing. See, I'm laughing because now I have a better understanding. Claressa just won't shut up. And she had a situation where she could have just been with Papoose, shut her mouth. Papoose and Remy, she was willing to work things out where, the divorce, nothing had to go public. No one had to know more than what would have gotten out because, the internet's going to internet and paparazzi is going to paparazzi and shady people are going to be shady people. But now I understand. I've never watched that. And right now is 3:29 in the morning. I'm up. You know what I'm saying? So I was busy all day. So I'm here. So let me throw a couple of videos together for the ladies, man. I said, well, let me see this shit they keep talking about. So now I understand. Because Claressa's still running her mouth.
Are you going to, you feel me? You're not going to do anything. Like, you're not going to do shit. All that mumbo jumbo, all that talking, all that tweeting. You're not going to do nothing. So just move on. Move along. Go on with your life. To keep trying to mention me and talk about me and you so paid and you got so much money and you so rich and you so pretty and you got your life all the way together. Listen, anybody who's making videos about little old me, excuse me, big old me, your life is not all the way together, honey. And that is just facts. It's not all the way together. You're low vibrational. I am a Hall of Famer. I'm a fighter. I'm a boxer. A world champion 19 times. And there's no way that so many healed women should be triggered by me. If you have it going on and you're all this and all that, you should be good, right? But what I'm seeing is that people are faking to have their life together, faking to be good people, faking to even be rich and paid. You're not, because people who are rich and paid, we don't shit on other people. And we don't do it every single day. We don't put out narratives and rumors and try to tear somebody down if we have it going on. We are too busy focusing on how do you get to the next level? What can I do to make me bigger, better, stronger? What can I do? You're not sitting there literally plotting, conspiring to take someone down with lies. And the thing is, none of it's gonna work, because I keep telling y'all that to me social media is not real.
Yeah. I'm listening to that, and it sounds like when she was talking about Layla Ali. She keeps mentioning my name. She keeps talking about me. Claressa, she just be out here making up stuff, saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to understand why she says the things she says, why she acts the way she acts. When it comes to these weigh-ins, how she started trying to be, even more revealing. She really is competing with Remy Ma. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really is competing with this woman. And the thing is, she's competing all in her own. She competing with herself. Like, see this shit here? I didn't understand why she was coming on scales like this. I honestly didn't. Why she coming on the scale, wearing clothes like this in her panty and all that, and showing off her body. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. But now it's all starting to make sense. She's really jealous of Remy, and I could kind of look. Everybody know I don't be getting caught up in all the bullshit, but I could kind of understand why she would feel that there's a competition and keep trying to stir the pot, because you're looking at shit like this right here. Claressa, she don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? If I heard her talk about pull up, you met your match, I'm from Flint, I put hands on her, and Remy's like, imagine the F that. Definitely not talking about me, because, yeah. So this is what's going on. Claressa is looking at her. She's looking at Papoose. She's looking at the family. The fact that they go in separate ways, but the fact that she's still married, Papoose is still with Remy, and Claressa's still there in a holding pattern, being the woman on the side. Claressa's not happy. She's not happy. I mean, this has been going on for a long time, man. Like, I wasn't paying attention to this stuff. But damn, I didn't realize, like, it's 2026. I started paying attention around August or so, more with Claressa disrespecting Layla Ali. I wasn't paying attention to this Remy stuff. As the callers were calling in on the live, getting me up to speed. But a bunch of disconnects because I never watched any of the shit. But now this makes sense. Remy Mama say what the F I want to say. Yes, we're going to have a family. Yes, we're happy. And yes, you still invited to barbecues and cookouts. So I think I read this a while ago, but now I understand what y'all are talking about, how the thing about the cookouts and Claressa talking about the good attitude. Leave me and Pap alone. Nobody worried about you. This is Claressa saying things that doesn't make sense. She did this about Layla, like, leave me alone. She keep mentioning my name. She jealous of me because I got the 2 gold medals and I have this. And now she here doing the same thing, man. Now I'm starting to understand why the women just don't like her. You know what I mean? Leave me and Pap alone. Nobody worried about you. Yeah, I'm 30, not 18. You want to come to the fight or something? Damn. She just creates these scenarios in her mind. You know what I mean? Like, and then she here on social media, and this is back in May of 2025. This shit been going on since May of 2025. You stupid and her. Hold on a second here. You got all this money and a bright future, and you're messing with a married loser arguing with his wife. Make it make sense. You have no kids. He's like 4. He has like 4 to 5, and they're all close in age to you. What is it? Low self-esteem? Oh, shit. Okay, so people been getting her ass for a long time. Playing games with someone who is her, leave out your mouth, you're ugly on the inside, especially on the outside, humble your ugly self. So there's people here going at her. So, okay. Now let's get into the conversation. All right, let's get into the conversation. I'm gonna tell you what's going on right here. Public perception matters more than intent. Okay. Now, what we're seeing is a reality of modern media because people respond to patterns, not isolated moments. What I am realizing now is that Claressa and her mentioning of Remy's name is not an isolated moment. No, there's a pattern here when it comes to Claressa. You understand? There is a pattern. And she doesn't seem to be slowing down because now that I'm understanding it's going on a couple of years of her being with Papoose and him not being divorced and him not seeming to be motivated to go through and have the divorce finalized. That is making Claressa look stupid. She's frustrated. Then she just got blasted on that interview there in Atlanta with Young Jock and whoever the woman is, Miss. I don't know. I don't even know her name. Shanika. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is she's looking bad right now. When fans repeatedly see one public figure mentioning another, some begin to interpret that as ongoing rivalry. This isn't the case. It's Claressa is the one doing the mentioning. You understand? And when Claressa is mentioning her name, she's not just trying to answer questions or respond to headlines. No, Claressa is trying to keep up the bullshit. Claressa, this is my opinion, and look, you may disagree. I think Claressa is the one that wants to keep up the drama. I think Claressa wants to keep her name buzzing. She wants to keep saying negative things about Remy to try to get people to turn on Remy. And Papoose is kind of there. He's caught in the middle, but he's chosen that position because he could easily, I would think, resolve the bullshit because he's the one with Claressa. First of all, he shouldn't be telling her nothing about what he and Remy have going on as far as the divorce. Claressa shouldn't know anything. She should never speak about Papoose and his divorce. Nothing. See, he ain't got that girl domesticated. And that's a sign right there that he need to get up out of there. But I understand what some people say. He gonna be right there and he's gonna let her do and say what she wants as long as he getting that dough. But Remy out here like, shit, man, I'm single. Yeah, we still legally married, but I ain't the one holding nothing up. And I do think they may have talked in trying to figure out a way to, how to go forward with the divorce. I think there's some conversation between her and Papoose, but it's so Claressa just makes it that much more complicated because she won't shut up. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether you find the interpretation fair or not, perception can become part of the story, and that's what's happened here. Now, this whole thing with these repeated public conflicts, that shit backfires. Because Remy is up and away. Nothing's backfired for Remy. Remy just, I don't know, she keep blowing up, making that Wu-Tang cream cha-ching ching dollar bill, y'all. I ain't seeing nothing there going on for Papoose and Big Woke. Man, please. Ain't shit going on over there. They seem to be trying to figure some things out. But it doesn't seem like they figured it out. And that's why I like to do my research and understand what some brand experts would note when it comes to repeatedly discussing the same personal conflict and how that is being kept alive intentionally by Claressa Shields. You see, the conversation needs to just stop. For Claressa, she has to have the strength, which she doesn't seem to possess this, to just take a deep breath, blow it out, and not answer certain questions or say, next question. She need to focus more on talking about, how to redirect the conversation to championships, accomplishments, training, future fights. You know what I'm saying? That's what it needs to happen. Because that attention is shifted towards that personal drama, interpersonal drama. And now the shift has resulted in how the audience views Claressa Shields and how she's going to be remembered. Because she has such a toxic situation going on. She will forever be remembered as the two-time gold medalist who was in this highly, I would say, controversial and public relationship with a married man who happened to be a rapper. That's what they're going to talk about, this shit. Because it's overshadowed everything that she's done. So the public feud has publicly backfired on her. I mean, if you take a look at it, Remy Ma's like the goddamn MVP right now. She's like the Jake Paul and this shit. Jake Paul blowing up. This dude is out here doing alliances, mergers, growing his brand, growing his company. He up and away. You look at Remy, alliances, mergers. She got a network. She making money hand over fist. She in movies. She up and away. Remy Ma is the Jake Paul out here. She's the MVP merging with PFL. She out here blowing up. She World Trade Born Center. And Claressa is out here grilled cheese sandwich, chicken noodle soup at the goddamn soup kitchen with a canned with the canned Harvest Spice peaches and shit. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just being real. You see, every time she tries to antagonize Remy Ma, every time she tries to get under her skin, every time she tries to turn the public against her, you know what happens? Everybody comes together. You understand? They synergize. They kumbaya. Because they're like, yo, we understand the underdog effect. That's what people see here. They see 2 against 1. They got old Papoose, Potato Head, and Big Vote. Man, please. 2 of them trying to double team Remy. That's how people perceive it. And if you do your research, you understand that, there's been, when it comes to a lot of experts, they've long observed that audiences sometimes rally around the person they perceive as being under pressure. That's why everyone rallies around Remy. Everyone, I would say 98% of people, they on Remy's side. They're supporting Remy because they see all the conflict and dramas coming from one area. So the couple of times Remy has said something, people are like, yo, thank God she finally said something. But that's the underdog effect, you know what I'm saying? So now you got fans out here watching this whole thing, and they believe that Remy is being repeatedly criticized and targeted by Big Goat unfairly. And really, because Big Goat shouldn't be saying shit. Because she means nothing. And that's just being real. She means nothing in this equation when it comes to Papoose and Remy and the 2 of them gonna, the divorce or whatever's going on. Big Goat means nothing. She's nothing. If something happens to Remy, Papoose is still the guy there because he's a husband and legally married to her. He benefits from everything. He's the one who gets the phone call. If something happens to Papoose, Claressa, nothing, because she's just a girlfriend. Remy Ma, you got to go out. I did a video where I went out there and did a little research. Start to understand these damn laws and shit when it comes to the marriage and the husband and wife. Remy's the one that everything that Papoose has for them, everything goes to her. Unless there's some paperwork, that specifically states something about Claressa Shields. But even then, it's not so straightforward when a person is married. So the bottom line is Claressa means nothing. And that's why she shouldn't be saying anything. And I want to make sure people understand this. Just because people have started to become kind of sympathetic towards Remy, whether it's like, yo, man, this guy Papoose, he wasn't what we thought, or it's like, goddamn, she got to deal with all the bullshit because big voters out here and just keep harassing her. You know what I'm saying? Even though those things are going on, it doesn't mean that people agree with everything that Remy's done. Because I listen to the ladies. They acknowledge that there's some things that they watch that Remy has done that they don't agree with how she handled it. But the thing is this. They recognize that it's them coming together as a common social response to what they see as a perceived imbalance of how Remy's being treated. And what she's trying to do and how she's trying to protect herself, the child, Papoose, even trying to protect goddamn Godzilla. But Godzilla here like, man, please. She don't want to hear nothing. She just going to be out here ranting and raving. You see, it's crazy because I don't see this situation being resolved anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? What I see is a lot of uncertainty. And even during our lives, you just hear the viewers and the subscribers to the channel and the people who are watching this shit. It's a soap opera, man. It's entertaining as hell, but it's really a soap opera. They're like, yo, Hood, this shit is emotionally exhausting. Because there's a lot of uncertainty here. So if we who are just sitting here observing are emotionally exhausted, I can only imagine what Remy feels. Claressa, she got to feel it too, but she just seemed to like the drama because, again, she seemed to thrive in chaos because she doesn't come from structure. I don't know much about Remy, but if that woman can bake and cook, can do all those things, she come from some kind of structure. Somebody taught her something. She ain't go just open up no cookbook and learn how to make no goddamn oxtails. So there's some kind of structure that she comes from. But people who come from structure don't like all that chaos. But Claressa likes all that bullshit. That's why it seems that she's cool dealing with the shit. It's like I made a joke the other day about Claressa is out there. I said even a dung beetle gets tired of pushing shit along. Even they take a break from pushing shit. I said Claressa out here, she outdoes the dung beetle. She push shit every day. You know what I'm saying? But I do think if someone enters a relationship expecting major life changes, such as a partner finalizing a divorce, and then those changes never occur, I think frustration can build over time. And that's why I think Claressa, she reacts the way she does when somebody says, like, you know, the question the other day, like, how much longer are you willing to continue being with somebody's husband? You know, that right there sent Claressa crazy. That's why she was on social media talking shit. You know what I mean? Talking shit. Somebody say something to me, I'm blowing up, I'm going off. But this is, she's chosen to accept this relationship where she's not getting what she wants. You're in a relationship not getting what you want, and you're choosing to remain in the relationship. How stupid are you? You don't have any kids, nothing. There's no reason for you to be there breezing with this dude. Same thing if it was him out here with her, she's legally married, but they dating, but she ain't getting a divorce. And he was a guy with no kids and shit like that. I say the same thing. I wish. I ain't never been in no situation, but it could have never happened to Hood Champion because I'm fucking international. But me as a young man, shit, you must be crazy, man. That's why when I watch this, I just sit here shaking my head, boy. Like, why is it? But I know what it is. Because Claressa got a little LL Cool J in her. She needs love. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. You know what I'm saying? Well, she's alone in her rule. her room, sometimes she stares at the wall. In the back of her mind, she hears a conscience call, telling her she needs a man as sweet as a dove for the first time in her life. She says, "Man, please." I think I'm in love. Oh boy. I'm just being real with you, man. I'm about to die over here laughing at my own jokes and shit. But that's what happened. She entered a relationship expecting major life changes, man. She expected for Papoose, who said, I'm filing this divorce because I want to be with you, not with Remy, according to Claressa. He filed a divorce because he wants to be with me. He's down with me. I ain't with no man. Men are with me. What I look like having 2 gold medals, 19 world titles. Yo, easy. Breakfast Club interview. Stop talking about what the fuck do these titles and these gold medals have to do with anything? Hold your fucking horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. It means nothing, man. Lord have mercy. She's frustrated. Maybe that's why, because that's the only thing she has. She don't have what she want to have. She don't want them titles and gold medals. She want a ring. She want a marriage. So maybe that's why she talks about the other chick, because that's what she has. What she really wants, she don't have. So the frustration in her is showing up. Disappointment, resentment, anxiety. She impatient as hell. Repeated arguments with everybody. She was even arguing with herself in the mirror. Man, please. Claressa. Let me stop. Don't get me going. Because I know she argued with herself. You got Big Whoop, then you got Claressa. She got a split personality and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. I ain't gonna make no more jokes. But when people start having these kind of reactions, I mean, they're not inevitable. Shit's common in relationships marked by prolonged uncertainty. And that's what she got. She got a whole lot of prolonged uncertainty. That's why I'm saying just get out the shit. Like you in quicksand. You know what I'm saying? You in quicksand, you sinking. Right now you're up to your calf muscles, about to go to your knees. And you have an opportunity to get the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying? You got this damn tree limb right there. Strong, young tree limb. You can grab that shit and you can get yourself up out the quicksand, but you're not reaching for it. You know what that means? That means you want to get swallowed up with the bullshit. And that's why a lot of this anger is being misdirected. You know what I'm saying? I think Claressa feels stuck. That's just my opinion. She feels stuck, like Chuck. And Papoose has that feeling like that. And that's why she's directed her frustration towards Remy so much. Remy's the wrong target, man. Remy is the wrong target. But you can't tell Claressa nothing because she has 19 world titles and 2 gold medals. She doesn't really understand the displaced frustration. She doesn't understand displaced anger. She doesn't get it. You know what I'm saying? She's not focusing on the unresolved issue itself. She's becoming upset with, I think, someone like Remy who symbolizes that issue. You know what I'm saying? The unresolved issue is the divorce not happening. But that's for Papoose and Remy to sort of, but get mad at Papoose. Now you out here becoming upset with Remy because you feel she symbolizes your uncertainty. So now you want to sit there and misplace your anger, or displace your anger and displace your frustration and target Remy. You got it all wrong. The healthiest response is to recognize those feelings and address the underlying problem rather than blaming uninvolved people. Remy hasn't told Claressa shit. Papoose is the one over there telling her stuff, getting her hopes up, making her think they're going to get married and have a kid, little Pap Jr. running around the crib. I can only imagine, first thing in the morning, Claressa, morning, come on down here. Pap Jr., get your ass to the table. What you want? You want pancakes? You want waffles? How you want your eggs? You want scrambled eggs? Okay, well, I ain't make scrambled eggs. I'm fried them hard. You're going to get it. Well, you're going to eat whatever I put on this goddamn table. Don't you know I got 2 gold medals and 19 world titles? Well, sit your ass down. Don't you know your mom is an Olympian? Papoose, you two, get your potato head ass over here too. Man, please. Y'all eat this goddamn breakfast. Yo, it's crazy, man. I can only imagine. But I'm going to tell you what, man. This thing about children, I don't talk about the kids. Kids are off limits. But I'll just say this, right? Children should never become part of adult conflicts. You know what I'm saying? Someone came into live and they were talking about this in particular that really pissed me off. And there were several people who were like, no, it's true. So I believe that there was something Claressa said. Something along the lines of making sure that Papoose wouldn't see the child for like 6 months or something like that. Now, of course, I haven't seen that, but I saw how the women erupted in the chat, so I believe there's some truth to it. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I heard that, I was like, man, she should never, ever mention nothing about trying to keep the father from seeing his child. But at the same time, the child should not be mentioned ever, ever, ever. You don't want to come now and draw him into the dispute because the child is there chilling. But just because you mentioned something about the child, the internet takes and they circulate it, and you just don't know when and how it may end up in front of that child because the internet is everywhere. So whoever's, responsible for that child, the custodian or whatever, whether it's, I believe it's Remy, you know what I'm saying? She has a lot of work to do because the child ain't getting younger, the child getting older. And they may come across things and children get curious and she can't be there 24/7. And next thing you know, they go and they find some of the shit that's been circulating on the internet. And that pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of circumstances surrounding this weird ass relationship between Claressa and Papoose, right? I don't know if that shit's business, personal. I don't know what it is. The shit's weird. Shit is wacky. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say, regardless of the circumstances, children benefit from being protected from conflict whenever possible. And Claressa needs to understand she's not a child. Claressa is an adult. She's an adult. You're not an Olympian. Them days are over. You're not a champion. Before anything, you're an adult. All that shit, secondary, tertiary, it doesn't matter. You're a fucking adult. You're responsible for managing your disagreements without placing emotional burdens on children. But she doesn't seem to get that. Because she's someone who's not getting what she wants. You know what I mean? She's just not getting what she wants. So now she out here going full Sesame Street. You know what I mean? She going full Wile E. Coyote and goddamn Roadrunner out here. That's what it is. She chasing behind Papoose. Papoose out he like Roadrunner. Beep beep. Claressa come out. He gone. Back up to New York. Going upstairs. Going outside. Going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And Claressa just trying to light sticks of dynamite, man, and set traps to trap and keep his ass where she can get her hands on him. That's what this shit done turned to. Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. But she realizes that an important relationship goal, such as marriage after a divorce, is not materializing. You know what I'm saying? She can't marry this man because he's not divorced. And I don't think he's ever going to marry her. So she got to ask herself some serious questions. Are my expectations to get a ring, to cohabitate with this man, to sleep in the same bed for the rest of our lives, for him to get a divorce, to marry, to have a child in 2027, She's supposed to have one at 25, 26, now 27. You know what I'm saying? She need to be asking, have we discussed a clear timeline? And when we do things get pushed out? You know what I'm saying? Why are these extensions and shit? Talk about long-term goals. Are our long-term goals aligned? Truthfully aligned? Is he being truthful what he's saying? Am I staying because of just hope? She got her fingers crossed, her legs crossed. She crossing T's. She playing hot cross buns. She called her Red Cross. She crossed the street. You know what I'm saying? She all over the place, man. But the number one question I think she needs to ask herself, and I think we all do, is the relationship meeting my emotional needs? And it's really about gaining clarity. You don't want to assign blame. You just want to get some clarity. Because I tell you what, I'm watching her, and to me, she's increasingly becoming more and more angry. And that's why she seems to be emotionally overwhelmed, because she's with a man in an unresolved relationship. As a result, that's making her relationship unresolved, because what she wants, she can't get, because there's something that doesn't seem to be willing to do, at least right now. So I don't know what kind of conversation they have, but you would want to think there's some kind of conversation, but I can only imagine that it's not that constructive, because she's an emotional person. She's a firecracker, impulsive and angry, like she said. But they need to talk. Hey, what you going to do now? Talk about realistic expectations and timelines after shit's already been pushed back a couple of years? Do you have any trusted friends and family? Or have they all disappeared because, for whatever reason? Because she always had people around her. Now she seemed to be, solo dolo. You know what I mean? I always say she like Castaway and shit. It's just her with the boxing glove is her Wilson, the volleyball for Tom Hanks. She just there talking to the goddamn boxing gloves. So the volleyball was Wilson, the boxing was Everlast. She be like, Everlast, man, please, Everlast. Everlast is bullshit. I know Papoose ain't ever leaving her. Everlast. You know what I'm saying? She wake up and she just probably in the morning or at night when she tired, she talk to the fucking boxing glove. But hey, I don't know. But if I talk to her, if I was somebody's therapist, I'd be like, yo, it sounds to me like this relationship's not aligning with your values and your goals. You want to have a child at 30. Here it is, you're going to be going on 32. If you don't have a child then what? You going to go to 33, then 40, then what? Matter of fact, how about this? 30, 35, 40, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Sold to the jackass who believes that their man is going to get a divorce. And if he does, he's going to marry her and give her a little junior run around the house. I tell you what, man. I know being a public figure, it just seems like the life is hard. It doesn't matter how much good you have going on or how positive you try to be. I can just see and imagine that shit ain't easy. But even for private individuals, you know what I'm saying? I just think everyone who deals with conflict, it ain't easy. But when your personal business is out there, it makes it that much more difficult, man. And then depending on how the conflicts are handled, I think it shapes public and personal outcomes. And that's why I think what's shaping up here for Claressa is a huge disappointment and huge backlash from the, fallout from the internet, backlash, attacks from the internet. And it's going to be another few years of just people talking about her, making money off of her name and her drama, her disappointment, and her letdowns. I think this girl is going to go berserk when she finally realizes this man is not trying to be with me like that. It's one thing to come out there and rub a dub with a little honey, spend a little time with a little honey. But if the relationship is supplementary, not complementary, where she's the one basically supplementing Papoose and giving him everything, and he's not giving her nothing back. When it finally hits her, I think she's gonna go crazy. And that's why I did a YouTube short back in there. I was like, Papoose better run. Run, ninja, run. Get the hell up out of there. Because it's gonna be ugly. For him. But anyway, right now what we're seeing is just Remy is doing great. How she's doing emotionally, I don't know. Nobody knows. She's human. She has feelings. She doesn't like the drama. She has a child. She doesn't want to deal with no negativity. So, and if something really bothers her, she strikes her as a person who she won't say much. You know what I'm saying? Claressa's the one who has the outburst, not Remy. But for Claressa right now, we're seeing everything that she's done professionally has been overshadowed because she wanted to be the villain and she wants all of her personal, professional disputes to dominate the conversation. Claressa wants the conversation about her and Remy to be ongoing. The conversation with her and Alicia Baumgartner to be ongoing. She wants that to dominate the conversation. So it keeps the attention on her. She wants that. She wants, whenever she turns on that camera, to get clicks and views. So believe you me, she doesn't want this ongoing, like, I think the feud she's created with herself, but she thinks she has going on with Remy. She doesn't want it to be done at all. And that shit with Alicia, she doesn't want that to be done either. She wanted to keep going. But what she need to figure out and what she should not want to keep going is down a rabbit hole with her relationship with Papoose, man. You know what I'm saying? She need to understand relationships benefit from clarity. Generally, they benefit from clarity, communication, realistic expectations. Instead, she's chosen to accept prolonged uncertainty. And all I say is this, it's better her than me. Because her situation is horrible. And everything she's doing has backfired on her, is going to keep backfiring on her. And when the dust settles and she hits rock bottom, it's going to be nasty, y'all. It's going to be nasty. And look, man, her champion got a heart. I'll probably feel sorry for her. Because I can look and see that she ain't got it all, man. I mean, the one thing she had that was damn near perfect. The one thing she had was her boxing. And she's thrown that shit away. Will she win when she fights Kay Scott? She should win. But if she loses, it's over. But even if she wins, it doesn't mean anything anymore, man, because she's an empty soul. Empty soul. She'd be better off being single. I'm not saying people will like her, but she'd be better off being single. Like, I don't know what kind of contract she got herself into at Win Records and Papoose, but she should have never, ever allowed herself to mix business with pleasure. And if she want to rub a dub with a married man, she should have enough sense to just shut up. She have never said anything. Even when she had to begging the man, the text, and Remy caught the ass. When Remy went out there and blasted him, she shouldn't have said nothing. Nothing. Just go on business as usual. Just don't say anything. But that ain't her. That's not her. She got to say something. Anyway, y'all keep cool. What I just do? Well, I'm going to talk until it gets to 60. It's going to be a 1-hour video. You believe that shit? Got Hood Champion out here talking for an hour. Well, actually, probably 45 minutes. I played that piece from Remy up front. I never saw that. Like, I should play that and break that whole video down. Like, that shit is crazy. I've never watched it till tonight. absolutely crazy. What did Remy get herself into with this guy? And what did Papoose get himself into with? I'm gonna say this guy, but I don't make those kind of jokes. I'll let somebody else make that joke. With this woman. What did we get ourselves into as just observers who are following this shit? It's like I said, tell myself every day, I am not talking about that. I end up talking about it. Some say it's clicks and views. No, it's like, it's interesting to me. Like, it's really entertaining. Like, I really enjoy talking about it. Remember, I don't really like or dislike anybody. I'm just here watching. But I can tell you what, the more I learn, the more I understand why people just don't like Claressa Shields. Ladies and the men. And I'm trying to find something. The boxing's the one thing that I held on to when it comes to Claressa, because she can fight, but I mean, it's just so much negative shit surrounding her. It's crazy. She does have something with promoting going on right now. She got some fighters. She talked about that. But I mean, it's just not enough. She's trying to dig herself out of a hole. It ain't happening, man. She done sat there, man, and got herself down to. She's so deep in this goddamn thing, man. I just can't see her coming out of this alone. She need a therapist to help her. That's the only way she could come out of this. And once she comes out, then she can start looking to clean herself off, try to rebuild and rebrand. But again, it's going to take quite some time. And I don't think she'll ever get back to what she once was. She needs a therapist. That's just my opinion. I think anybody would going through something like this, man. This shit is difficult. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.